Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. Who's this guy? Who's that handsome devil? My goodness, it's Jake the Snake Sloan.
Hey!
What's new with you?
I'm not even frozen. It's so nice.
Well, I mean, you are in Alaska, so you go outside if you want to be frozen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although we're thawing out now. In any day, it might be above freezing.
Okay. Yeah. So, people in Alaska, in the Northeast, like Vermont, New Hampshire area, you are about to enjoy mud season.
That's right.
Oh, that's when all the snow melts and creates mud. It's an extra little season you people get. So, Jake, thank you for making time for us tonight. You are busy, being a man about the country. We'll talk all about that here in a minute. Tonight, we got a very special guest. His name is Tucker Wooding, and he is a surfer / photographer / drone guy. And we've got some spectacular video from him and some awesome video from Jake here as well. It's the kind of video from these two guys that'll make you go, wow, I wish I could do that. It'll make you jealous. Also, we got the news from Jeff Sills, the ailing Jeff Sills, who just had to plunk down almost $500 for a prescription. And if you want to help him, you can do that through my Super Chats. I'll give him a portion because we all want Jeff to be healthy. You know,
yes, we do.
Jeff prioritizes his 14 kids before himself, but finally he went and he got checked out, and he needed some medicine so he can continue to bring you the quality news that you've come to know and love.
Does Jeff only has 14 kids?
I think he found one in the couch the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought he was like up to 18 or 19 or something, but
I don't know. I keep telling him, Jeff, you know what's causing that, right? You know, he's like, yeah. I said, well,
it's not enough TV.
That's it. He needs cable. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, we have to thank our biggest sponsor, the one that keeps me fed and it keeps my rotary engine in gasoline and petrol. They keep the lights on. I'm talking about the Cadillac of processed meat. A Pigeon Jerky!
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky,
the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah! Oh, thank you, Pigeon Jerky. Love you guys, mean it. Now, Jake, tell us what you've been up to. What have you been doing? You're very, very busy.
Man, I since the beginning of the year, I've been to Montana, Ohio, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, California, Arizona. I feel like I'm missing one somewhere in there.
Yeah?
But yeah, a lot of places.
What have you been
a lot of drone work.
Okay, so you're working for people who don't know what you do. Tell them a little bit about what you're doing and why you're in these places.
So I get hired to go and film, for like Arizona. I was working for Caterpillar. A lot of the other places I've been working for television shows that are being shot in those locations. And pretty much, 99% of what I'm doing is drone work for those productions or those people and filming, whatever they need for promotional video or something like that. So it's been fun.
Okay.
It's been interesting.
How jealous are you of Vanover in the movie Ambulance? Right?
Little jealous.
Yeah,
little jealous.
A little bit? And you saw the movie, right?
I would like two things. I would like the budget Vanover has to just go ahead and destroy every drone he's got and not care.
Right.
That would be really nice.
Right, because they're like, well, all right, you smashed. We got another one. Try again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what, one of the shoots I was on, they were like, hey, we want you to fly at this thing and get as close as you can and then just go off to one side or the other and then, make it close. And I was like, okay, so what happens if I, don't get out of the way fast enough? You going to pay for this? They're like, don't hit it. You can't hit this. I was like, oh.
But
right,
of course, you factor into the cost of your time, the cost of the drone, or is it like you're the plumber and you're bringing your own tools?
It's yes, and there's insurance on stuff, and then anything that's super risky like that, especially like if I'm doing the big FPV drones with a cinema camera on there and stuff. Right. We negotiate ahead of time with the production, going like, if you want to risk it really hard, like production insurance has to cover this stuff. Otherwise, I'm not going to risk it that much because I don't want to put 15 grand out of my pocket. Right.
Well, I mean, you got to risk it for the biscuit, but if you have a whole shelf full of new biscuits, then you'll risk it a little bit more. Right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Oh, is that a super chat train I see happening up here? You guys are too kind. You guys are too kind. Thank you so much. I see already a bunch of funds being poured into Jeff's prescription fund. No, it's not fentanyl. But let me thank the early people who came in under the velvet rope for the pre-show. I want to thank all of my Robs. Drone Rob with $20. Thank you, Drone Rob, and Rob Muller and Andy Robbie Cortez. Thank you so much. And also, Mike B became a member of the Heron Birds. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Lucian Hiking, Drone Flying, thanks for the 10 euros. Appreciate it. And Andy's back again. Now, Andy, I will tell you, Andy has been a little bit into the sauce tonight, but that's, he can do what he wants. He's a working man. And there he is again. Andy, you might want to slow down, buddy. Also, thank you to Johnny DRC, a new member to the Heron Birds. Thank you very much. Trying to get those memberships up to 10 tonight. Let's see, 10 new members, and then you will have access to all the exclusive content. Philip Koshat, $10. Thanks, buddy. He said he couldn't watch tonight, but he's going to watch the replay, and I appreciate that. And Joe Fotaleo, $4.20. Choo-choo, mofo, he says. And let me go over here to where the new ones are coming in. Oh, my gosh. All right, so we do have a few new members. Ken Torbeck, $5. He says, still no inflation with that Pigeon Jerky. That's right. Pigeon Jerky is a quality company since and they have pledged that they are going to keep the prices the same as they've always been since So no inflation with the Pigeon Jerky. Arco Drone Solutions, watching us out there in Colorado. Art with the $5. He's always good for a 5 spot. Thank you very much, Art. Pepto for Jeff so he can fart with confidence. Well, that's not his problem. But, I mean, Pepto's good for everything, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You got a headache?
Just about.
A little Pepto. You break your ankle? Just soak it in Pepto.
Right.
Boreal Jeff with a Canadian $10. I've been told that that's almost like real money. What do you think?
Almost.
I mean, do you see a lot, Jake, do you see Canadian coins and bills up there in Alaska? Just mixed in with the regular.
Yeah.
Regular. Listen to me. With the regular money.
Regular money with real money.
With the real money. Do you get that fake Canadian stuff? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you very much, Boreal Jeff. He says, thanks, Ken, for another show. Great to have Jake on again. Yes, we need the credibility of a Jake Sloan once in a while. Rob Muller with a 2 euros. He says, let's help Jeff. Absolutely. Jeff's not a rich man. And again, 14 kids, they all want to eat. So, priorities. Do I get the bag full of hot dogs for the kids or the prescription for me? So now we're helping old Jeff. Ken, a.k.a. 40 Po with the $10. $5 for Jeff and $5 for Ken. Minus my service fee of $5. Thank you very much, Ken. I'm just kidding. And another Ken Torbeck. $5 for Jeff, he says. Thank you, buddy. And Andy, Boom Boom Cortez with a 5-pounder. Let's pound it. Thanks, buddy. He says, keep it up. And Uncle Bill's Toys, $10. He says, because I care. And I can tell that you do care. Thank you very much, Uncle Bill. Joe Blaylock, 1234, 1234, one of the train cars. Thank you very much, Joe. My goodness, they are coming in. Northside Hawk Drone Tech with, what is that, $2 from Australia, maybe? An Aussie, $2. You got to risk it for the biscuit. And isn't it good that risk it rhymes with biscuit? That's just so handy dandy, yeah. Grumpy! Hey, Grumps, how you doing, buddy? $5. Don't let Jeff in the Raz tonight. Well, you know what? people don't know this, but the Raz is an antiseptic. So, if you've got that open sore, you got the shingles, hop on in there. It'll just kill it. It'll kill you if you stay in too long. But yeah, but it's good for that. Thank you very much, Grumpy. And Drone Rob back again with $2.49. He says, all aboard. Jenna C. up there in New York with $10. $9.99 for Jeff. Let the train run, she says. Thank you very much, Jenna. And by the way, do I have her picture handy? You damn right I do. There she is. Looking at our newsman. Breaking news and hearts. That t-shirt now available at Teespring. Thank you very much, Jenna. Zeb Meat with the $20 for Jeff's Meds. Thank you, Zeb Meat. It's good to see you in here again. Oh my goodness. Coming in hard and fast. Matt Bugby, Aerial Views. $5. Got to keep the Jeff news going. I mean, what would news be without Jeff? Jeff is the news. Yeah. Thank you very much, Matt. Eric Swanson, $5 helping out for Jeff. And T-Bird FPV with $9.99. This could have been Jake, but he didn't steam yesterday.
Thanks, T-Bird.
Your thoughts? No thoughts. All right, very good.
I have no thoughts on that.
No thoughts on that. All right. Ken Penny with $10. Here's some for the drug fund. That's right. We're pushing drugs tonight.
That's right.
Demonetized. Thank you, Ken, very much. Chad Husted Aerial Drones, $5. Let's help Jeff. Indeed, let's do it. Thank you very much for that. And Brad Berry with a very nice super chat, $56.66. $50 for Jeff, the rest for you, of course. Thank you very much. And now, as that is a very generous super chat, here is Jake the Snake Sloan with a very thoughtful thank you to Brad. And go.
Brad, you have made a world of difference to Jeff and his 28 kids. And you alone, well, maybe not quite alone, but close to alone, have been able to make sure that our trusted newsman, Jeff Sills, stays on the air for at least 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. That's all we need. Thank you very much, Brad. Kip's Camera in Louisville, Kentucky. $5. Surfs up, he says. Hey, Kip. I hung out with Kip in Louisville, and he's
Did you?
Yeah, what do you call it? Not a frisbee golf. You don't want to call it. You call it disc golf, right? That's what the pros call it. I followed his discs with my FPV quad, and that was a while ago. Nice. So my skills are better now. I'd like to rejoin up with you and do that again there, Kip. That was a lot of fun.
I didn't know he was in Louisville. I was there last summer.
In Louisville?
In Louisville.
Louisville. Yep. One of the best usernames ever. Beer is good for you with $8.40. That's $4.20 for you and $4.20 for Jeff. Okay, that's very generous. He's puff and giving.
That couldn't possibly have any other meaning, I know.
No, I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. But I got the munchies, and I thank you very much. Mappers 2, $10. FPR 4 RX8 man from the Speed Demon Scout out. Mappers 2, thank you, Mappers 2. And Max Air 420, smoking car flying through. Yeah. We'll see a short video from Max Air tonight. He bought a POS.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll find out more about that here in just a little bit as the super chat train. That's not the music I wanted. I wanted this one. I promise we'll get to the news here in just a second. But as long as the train is a-going, we got to talk about it. Join in. A love train for Jeff. A love train. 34 Media with an Aussie, I believe, $5. Get well soon, Jeff. Just whack some pigeon jerky in whatever hurts. That's right. This is little known history. Back in, I don't know, pick a war. The medics, they would carry pigeon jerky on them. And if you had an open wound, cracked rib or something, they'd just jam it on in there, tape it up, and you'd be good to go. Pigeon jerky is not just food, it's also medicine. In fact, Jeff didn't even need to buy that prescription. All he needed to do was chop up a bunch of pigeon jerky and inject it directly into his aorta. Don't do that, kids. Newfoundland Drones with a Canadian $5, and it says I don't know what it says. Critical hit. Thank you very much for that super sticker. And Quinn Dynasty with a Canadian $6.99. Thank you very much, sir. I thought we had a video from him. I thought I did. Maybe next week. I apologize, Quinn. Joseph Moylan Carter with a $5-pounder. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, staying up late in Europe right now. Alexa, what time is it in London?
In London, it's 1:15 a.m.
1:15 a.m. And you guys are up watching this stream. Thank you so much. Joseph says, no disrespect to your host, but Kelly Green is in hiding? Kelly Green had surgery on his knee, and now he's back playing tennis and doing family stuff. As the weather is getting warmer, there's a lot more family stuff to be involved in. But he promises he will rejoin us soon. In fact, next week I'm going to be filming a video with him. So you'll see him on the channel again soon. In the meantime, I think my ex-wife is going to be back on sometime next week, hopefully. TJ Grady, Anubis Arts with the $20. Thank you very much. And he very simply says, pickles. And that is important. If you remember that, take that with you throughout the day. If you're having trouble, if you're feeling down, if you wake up, you just don't feel motivated. You don't feel like doing anything. Just remember, pickles. Jake, you were going to say something?
I was going to say, a little pigeon jerky, a little pickles, little bread.
Yep.
It makes a great combo.
Yep. Little pickles, pigeon jerky.
Yep.
And a whole lot of love. Speaking of love,
right.
Let's go ahead and check in with the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Let's head on into the drone newsosphere with our beloved newsman, Jeff Sills. What's going on, buddy?
Well, not as much news this week, but we definitely have, some really good stories to share with you guys. So a little bit less quantity, but lots of good quality.
Okay, good. That's what we need.
So the first one out the bat is DJI's Mini 3 Pro yet again stumbles toward its eventual release. And in this case, they accidentally listed it for sale again.
Whoopsie.
And in this time, when they listed it for sale, it listed it with all these nice, wonderful photographs, as well as drone specs and everything else that we need to know about this drone. So there's very little left to guess. As to
did anyone buy one of these? Were they able to buy one before they found out what they did?
Yeah, I don't have any indication through the information that I had on the leak that anybody was actually able to make a purchase. But I guess the big thing is that all of the leaked images, we probably don't need those anymore because there it is, right there. That's the drone. It's very simple. You can see it.
And so some of the specs here, maximum speed, 16 meters per second, maximum flying height. Now that's new. 4,000 meters? What is that? What is that in real measurement? Hold on. I apologize, everyone else, but the United States. Alexa, how many feet is 4,000 meters?
4,000 meters is about 13,100 feet.
No, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble.
Kidding me.
That's insane.
Why?
I don't know why, but let's go on here. 64 minutes charging time for 34 minutes of flying time. Now you're trading a lot of extra weight and sensors for the minutes, but wait, whoa, what's this? Wi-Fi enabled? It's not Wi-Fi, is it?
It apparently is Wi-Fi enabled.
So you can use your drone as a hotspot. You're not controlling it with Wi-Fi, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
No, but I think it has the option to control it with your phone directly via Wi-Fi if you don't want to use the remote, because it has the O3 OcuSync 3 transmission system.
Good. And Jake knows that because DJI has sent him one already.
I wish.
I talked to someone recently who was sent one.
Actually, I did too.
Did you?
And I don't wish that they sent me one because it
No.
sounds like it's been interesting
A
testing.
nightmare. A
Yeah,
nightmare.
exactly.
In what way was it a nightmare? Jake, can you share without sharing the person's name?
From what I understood, it was mostly like almost none of the features worked. Like it would fly, and that was about it.
Oh no. Oh
like,
no.
I mean, that was a while ago, so I'm
Oh,
sure it's
okay.
better now.
Yeah, I'm sure it's better now. But
And of course, they don't get any of the updates.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna have to let me know in the chat. Are you gonna get one? I mean, I'm gonna have to get one, I guess.
I'm gonna get one.
Well, the expectation date right now is that it will launch on May 10th.
May 10th.
Yeah.
Until
you
they
have 5 days.
Yeah, until they push that back. Now, did everyone get the email from DJI that says we got something cool coming up? Did you see that? Did you see this? A twist in the plot. What could it be?
Vertical video. Vertical video,
No,
Ken.
no.
Yeah. It
so-
does this, and it shoots vertically.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
What does? What is this?
That's what it does. It rotates the gimbal 90 degrees, and it'll shoot vertically.
Seriously?
Yes.
Is they make
other
this-
Aren't you so
drone-
excited about vertical video, Ken? It's
Sir-
the wave of the future.
Are you messing with me? Are you trying to trigger me?
100%. I hate vertical video.
Oh, I do too. I think because our eyes go this way, not that
Uh-huh.
way.
yeah.
I've said it how many
But no,
times?
It will shoot vertical video. They redesigned the gimbal so that it'll rotate 90 degrees and
Well,
then
what-
shoot vertical video.
What will? A camera? A drone? What is this thing?
The Mini 3.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'm
That's the
definitely
season
not
for the
getting
Mini
one.
3.
I'm definitely not getting one. just on principle. Or no, I'll get one and I'll light it on fire. No, I can't. No, I don't want to do that. Can't get my
Nah,
money.
I don't do that.
Can you get DJI Refresh if you light it on fire yourself? All right.
Probably not.
All right.
You have
Seriously,
to tell
you're
them
not.
You lit it on fire. Then
You're
yourself?
not. You're not kidding me. It really does vertical video.
Yes.
There was another drone that does that. Was it one of the Autels or something where it had the camera that would the French drone?
Oh,
that would,
Parrot. The
Parrot,
one of the, yeah.
Yeah, it had
And
the
well,
camera
and
that
remember
points straight up.
the original Mavic 2, the original Mavic Pro had it wouldn't do video, but it would flip the gimbal horizontal for photos, so you could
Yes.
take a tall photo.
Yeah, I do remember that one. So he'll be back.
Why?
It's what all the kids are doing these days, Ken. That vertical video.
Okay. Well, I can't wait for my review. Okay. Okay, Jeff.
All right, next in the news, France is set for hosting the Olympics next, as well as the Rugby World Cup. So they got two heavy-hitting events coming up. And so recently they've ordered an anti-drone system. So the French Defense Ministry has purchased, I guess they went through a bunch of different companies, and they got the CS Group contracted for an anti-drone platform, which is designed to detect, identify, and neutralize small non-military aircraft for a whopping $377 million.
Whoa. What does it use? Does it use lasers? Because if you pay almost $500,000 for something like this, you're gonna want to have lasers on it. Lasers.
The biggest thing for the French apparently was that it needed to be modular and easily transportable. So it's something that can easily move around and be redirected into different areas. I'm
not getting scale on that. How big is it? Is that actual, like the drone? Is that far away from it?
That
or?
would probably be to scale for the device. It's not a small system, but it's big.
If it doesn't have visible Star Wars red and blue lasers flying out of it, then it's not worth it.
That's
Because
right.
even if I was the interloping drone and I got shot down, I would want to get shot down by an actual beam of Star Wars laser light. Then it would be worth it.
Yep. Then at least you have a cool story to tell.
Right. Hey guys, that was Sorry about that. My bad with that. You shot me down. Fair is fair. Can I get the SD card?
Yeah.
I need the footage.
I gotta have it.
All right, so next we have, they recently had an AUVSI Excellence Award, and a drone called the Lifeseeker Mini search and rescue drone won the award this year. This is from a company called Centum Research and Technology, and this particular drone is designed for search and rescue. It has an immense amount of locating devices on it, for different types of cameras. It can locate people via their cell phones, even without network coverage. It can be used by SAR teams to find missing persons based on their, for their exact location. This one is an interesting drone. I look forward to seeing this one used in some life-saving events.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll get a chance to document.
That's great news. Hold on. What's up? I'm being told by my producer that doesn't exist that, yes, it does have lasers. Okay, good.
Okay, so next we have some really interesting footage. We've talked in the past about the Mars helicopter, the drone that they took with them, and we haven't had a lot of feedback as to how NASA's been using this. Recently, there was some footage. The Mars helicopter flew over wreckage of its own spacecraft. In other words, when they come into the atmosphere, they're dropped from a platform, and that platform's attached to the parachute, and that platform floats off. Well, in this particular case, the helicopter gave us footage of the platform.
This is fantastic, and I want to thank the channel Mars Guy.
Yes,
I think for this. So yeah, check this out. This is amazing.
In the history of Mars exploration, there's never been the opportunity to get this kind of bird's eye view of spacecraft hardware. Here's Mars Guy for scale. Ingenuity flew at 8 meters, or about 26 feet in altitude. The objective was to provide images that might be useful to engineers planning the Mars sample return mission. But for the rest of us, these images clearly show one of the realities of landing on Mars. A parachute alone, even the biggest one ever used, can't safely land a spacecraft. This backshell impacted at about 78 miles per hour, or 126 kph. That's because the atmosphere of Mars is so thin, less than 1% the density of Earth's atmosphere. Even so, every landed mission to Mars has used a parachute to help slow things down before the final descent stage takes over. A jetpack in the case of Perseverance, but also airbags in the case of 3 previous missions. Although these artifacts of the Perseverance mission may never be displayed in the Smithsonian Museum, they likely will become revered monuments of the quest to explore Mars.
How amazingly awesome is that? This is the kind of stuff that reminds me we're living in the future. It's so incredible. And that shell thing, the debris, it looks like something out of Lost in Space,
Yeah.
It boggles the mind. We flew to Mars, parachuted in, and then later on flew a little drone around to see our junkyard that we're forming up there.
What's amazing is in that particular video, if you ever get a chance to look up the whole video, he's got a lot of information. He shows the actual flight path where they programmed the drone to fly, and he gave to scale the distances that the thing was flying. That drone is not flying short flights. That thing was flying, flights that were almost a football field in length or even longer.
Right.
I mean, that's some impressive work to have that drone out there still almost almost a year later, still out there flying around doing that stuff. But
now, the more flights we have, the more wreckage up there that we do. Future flights are going to have to avoid it because it's critical infrastructure.
Also, did they get their beyond visual line of sight waiver?
I think they did. I think they're covered on that.
What regulatory body manages the airspace on Mars?
NASA does what they want. But you have to remember also that from instruction to carry out the instruction, something like 8 minutes. Just, you know, it's like, make a left. And then 8 minutes later, it makes a left. So it's incredible, the stuff that is happening. It's that blows my mind. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have a German-based company called Nocturne Drones. They specialize in putting together large, dazzling drone light shows for customers such as Eon, Xbox. They did the state of Saxony-Anhalt on the day of the German Unity. And they recently broke a Guinness World Record for the most consecutive formations of drones. The company is also investing heavily into anti-drone technology to protect the systems that when they put on these displays, they don't want someone else flying their drone into what they're doing.
Right.
And so they have a DE drone cloud-based system that can detect and identify and locate 300 different types of drones, even homemade drones. It works with clients in 35 different countries to be able to help stop, to detect and stop these drones from entering into where they're putting on these performances.
If you look on this, it looks like they're using some sort of LiDAR, maybe, on there, right, Jeff? Maybe?
Possibly, yes.
Which would be lasers. When it,
You got a new laser button, didn't you? That's the reason why. Yeah.
I just like lasers.
You got it.
All right. No, that's cool. Because when you're flying a couple hundred drones, you don't want one drone messing up the show.
Oh yeah, there's going to be that one show. You know, there's going to be that one show.
1,000 drones.
Yeah.
Pulling off the most spectacular display you've ever seen, and then some guy with his little FPV drone's going to come ripping through there,
right,
and destroy the whole thing.
Right.
Or a 14-year-old with their Mavic Mini, you know. Yeah.
Right.
I want to get close and check it out.
They're Mini 3 that shoots vertical video.
Oh, you know, we're laughing, but that will happen.
Yeah.
Right. All the things that we thought wouldn't happen: flying into airports, landing on the White House lawn. Flying over stadiums. Yeah. All that stuff's happening.
Yep.
All right. So also what's happening is the police in Port Lambton, Ontario, recently recovered a drone that had flown from the United States into Canadian territory. This particular drone crashed into the side of a tree, as drones tend to do.
Yeah.
So when the police went out and found this drone and recovered it, and this was not a small drone by any means, this is a large commercial drone, they realized that the drone wasn't actually performing, say, film, work, or wasn't I guess a commercial activity. It had a bucket truck on the bottom of it with a plastic shopping bag that was attached with metal carabiners and electrical tape with 11 handguns. Most of which were prohibited in Canada.
Well, now hold on a second.
And the serial numbers of all of these handguns miraculously have been sanded off in the crash.
So these handguns were going to Canada?
To Canada.
But Canadians are so nice. They're not going to shoot anybody. And if they did, they would say, "Oh, we're sorry about that. Sorry. Didn't mean to shoot ya."
The police suspect that the drone took off in Michigan and flew across the St. Clair River, which marks the border between Canada and the United States. And then somehow, while whoever was piloting the drone, they crashed into the side of a tree as part of their flight. So somewhere in Canada is somebody who's still waiting for 11 slightly sanded handguns.
Okay, well, now there's no question where they got, we got plenty of guns to ship, right, as a country. But listen, I guess the takeaway from this is, if you're going to illegally smuggle guns via drone into another country, make sure you have obstacle avoidance on.
Sorry.
Wait, you hit a tree?
I needed
you
that.
don't ever hit trees. Trees just come out of nowhere and grab your drone.
That's right. They jump up
every time.
Yep, they jump up and they grab your drone. Trees will do that.
It's a well-known phenomenon.
Yeah, because trees are dicks.
All right. So next in the news, we talked about this, I think about a year ago, where they were talking about propulsion drones that didn't use blades. They used an electrostatic technology. And so there's a company called Undefined Technologies that unveiled the next generation silent commercial drone that uses ionic propulsion instead of propellers. This particular drone has literally no moving parts. It basically uses accelerated ionized air and thrusts it downwards and then allows it to fly. Now, obviously, it's still something that's under development. They have a $2 million seed funding that they've been able to do 2 successful flights with this system. And I mean, it's not a small drone; it's a big drone. But the one problem that they have is that the ionic air or the ionized air that they need to create, you can't do at altitude.
Oh.
The higher it gets, the thinner the air gets, and then the less thrust that you get. So it's not a drone that is going to fly at excessively high altitudes. But it is relatively quiet. The new prototype flew for about 2.5 minutes and measured 85 decibels.
Oh, okay. And
85.
Can it?
85?
Yeah. 85 decibels. The target that they're shooting for is 70 decibels, about the same as the DJI Mavic.
Okay.
And this, like I said, this is not a small drone. This thing is a monster. So having a huge drone that large with the same decibel level as, say, a DJI Mavic, that's not too shabby. That's impressive.
Yeah, I actually have the audio from that. I'll just put this back up here. I have that. Yeah, that's it. It's going by. Now, the important thing is, can it carry guns?
No. The important thing is, can it not hit things while carrying guns?
True. Good point, sir. Good point. Yes.
Points. Yes.
And
yeah.
and the other deep and probing question that is existentially needs to be asked is, can it carry tube socks?
Yeah, and have they toddler tested it? Because if it can't lift, 3 toddlers,
I don't know.
if it's that big and it can't lift at least 3 toddlers, stacked like cordwood, then it's no good.
But if it's quiet enough to lift a sleeping toddler,
without waking it up?
Yeah, there you go. That could be useful. All right, so last in the news, and this is the one that I'm surprised if any of you in the world haven't seen this.
This is not last in the news, Jeff. We did this in rehearsal, but I have a news story, and it's a silly.
You do have a news story.
It's a silly news story, but and I don't know where this is. Somebody sent this to me, and I just thought I'd share this in the news because if this happened to you, it would certainly be news. And this is a short little clip. I'll play it a couple times. This means that someone was flying where they shouldn't. This is just from a concert. I don't know where it is, but this poor girl got a drone stuck in her hair. Somebody was flying it at a concert, and it got out of control, and of course, it got stuck in her hair. So who is flying an FPV quad at a concert? Maybe, was it the concert promoters, maybe?
Who is flying an open prop FPV quad at a concert?
Right. Yes, that's another thing.
Like an open prop 5-inch at a concert.
Yeah. The same knuckleheads that would fly guns into Canada, I imagine. But
probably.
So
clearly they can't not hit things, so.
Right. But even a drone that has the props guarded on it can get stuck in your hair, as I will now prove from one of my videos from a couple years ago. Just enjoy this.
Yes.
This is the H823H from Snaptane, and it's so easy that even someone with no experience can fly it. Person with no experience? This is Brandy. She's going to fly this for the first time with no practice, aren't you?
Yes.
Ah, magic. That is the little Snaptane. Now this isn't an FPV drone. It's just a little non-GPS toy, but it's a great little beginner drone. You're a beginner, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah. She's a pro. She's got this. Yeah, you got it. Good. Hey, well. If you would like to win this really fun drone, all you have to do is put this word in the comments. That exact word. And I will choose from those who commented.
Did you get this out of my hair now?
It's stuck in her hair. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Bye and bye. What's wrong, Brandy?
It's my hair.
You got a drone stuck in your hair, do you? Oh, you are in there. I'm gonna have to cut.
Oh, you can't go my hair.
I have to. It's all knotted. Look at that. Zippity dip, dippity dip. You're free. Look what you did. I think I just peed a little.
Oh man, that was so funny. That was so funny. Poor.
Yeah. So
poor
you
kid.
got to win that drone and get a little DNA at the same time.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Jeff.
All right. So the last one is obviously the best one. Reed Trimmer is the gentleman that deserves the credit for this because he caught by far the most incredible drone footage of a tornado I have ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. This is zoomed in a little bit. In a moment, you'll see how far back he was. But you might think, well, you can't fly a drone in a tornado. But yeah, because the air is kind of isolated up there, doing its windy stuff to those poor people's homes. So
yeah, well, and he actually, if I'm not mistaken, they had to. The drone got pushed away by the wind, and they had to go and recover it.
Right.
Eventually, so they had some photographs I think I saw on his Facebook site where they had gone and had to recover the drone on the corner of a street someplace.
Yeah, Reed Timmer's got some great storm chasing videos. He's been doing this for years. He's got amazing video. So do check out his channel. But
yeah, and he even went and color corrected the video. The first one was like really, really dark. And he came back and color corrected it so that it gave you more of an idea as to what was actually happening.
But in this shot, you'll see how far back he is. I think if it'll pull back, because that is zoomed in a little bit. God, and so you can see how a tornado will just destroy a house, and then right across the street, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah. But see, this is how far away it was. So. You can find some stable air. I mean, don't try it. Don't do it because you don't want to get close to. Do you know any storm chasers, Jake?
I don't. Oh no, actually, I did. I was up in a glacier ice cave photographing the aurora, and this guy walks in. Because it's like I'm 2 miles from the road, and this guy walks up at 2 a.m. because that's when the aurora's out. Mm-hmm. From Colorado, we were like, "Oh, hi, what are you doing?" Not many people walk out to a glacier ice cave in the middle of the night. And he was from Colorado, and he actually does storm chasing during the summer down there. So it's like, wow, that explains why you're hiking to a glacier ice cave in the middle of the night in the dead of winter.
Right, because your adrenaline ran out, and you need to risk your life again until tornado season. But that's crazy. I got invited to storm chase a few times from some people and just never did make it out there.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, send me the video. If you guys live, send me the video. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks. But anyway, Jeff, how you feeling, buddy? You feeling okay?
Well, I am, I guess, on the mend, so to speak. We had a couple of weeks back, one of those, I guess, 24-hour flu bugs go through the house, and it started with the kids and then moved on through the adults. And unfortunately, everybody else was able to recover from it except for me. And I was having a lot of difficulty breathing, a lot of difficulty getting enough oxygen. And so they put me on some medications for the first week to see if it would improve things. And it really didn't. It didn't help at all. And so they changed the medication. And as Ken has mentioned, I tend to worry about everybody else before I worry about myself, and I don't go to the doctor an awful lot. So when I did have to go to the doctor, I'd never heard of copay before. That was something new. And so needless to say, all of a sudden things got real expensive real fast. And so they gave me new prescriptions, and I go over to the the pharmacy and turn them in. And they said, oh, no problem. They'll be ready in 45 minutes, you know. So we go and kind of dilly-dally around, get something to drink, and just sit and chat for a bit and go back over there and pull up to the thing. And I'm like, all right. So, you know, because I've been to the pharmacy before. My prescription's normally $40. You know,
right,
no big
right.
deal.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I tell, okay, no problem. Yeah, I pull my card out, and I'm like, all right, $40. Okay, so what do I owe you? And he's like, $479.
Yeah, so that's a shock. But let me tell you, Jeff, there's a lot of people here that have been helping you with the super chats tonight, and I'm going to get some of this to you, okay?
And I do appreciate it. I really do, because I was not prepared for one single medication to cost $460-something. That was insane.
Yeah.
So needless to say, hopefully I don't have to use that a lot. But as you can tell, obviously I will get winded and start having issues with breathing. So I take this stuff fairly often now to help alleviate this, and hopefully we'll see it fade out. So.
Okay, good. Well, we're all sending you positive vibes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my producer that doesn't exist send you a big old bucket of Raz just for yourself. I'm going to have it shipped to your house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
We don't usually like to pull out the Raz from the Raz chamber, but we'll do it for you because we love you so much, Jeff.
No, I have a spot right there that I can put the bucket, and I'm fine.
I think if you mix a little in with whatever you drink at night, that'll help. And then if you put a little in a vaporizer, nebulizer thing,
yep,
that'll help. And then if you put a little on yourself right before you go to bed, just under your nose.
That's right. And then if you get Grandma to put a little Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest, oh, sure, it's a little creepy because there's your naked chest with Grandma and everything, but it's the love. It's the love,
No,
Jeff.
I'm good. I've checked the government warning because the government is very beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the Surgeon General, I should not drink this alcoholic beverage during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery that may cause health problems. So it doesn't say anything on here about Raz.
Oh, good. You can mix it with Raz.
We're good.
Fantastic. All right, Jeff, thank you for the news. We love you. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
All right. I hope Jeff will be okay. We depend on that guy, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know if I would trust the news coming from anybody else, to be honest.
He is the most trusted source of drone news. And now, here is Jake with the first fantastic joke of the night.
How does a penguin build its house?
How?
It glues it together.
It glues it together! That's pretty good. You do not disappoint, sir.
I can pretty much guarantee they're going downhill from there. So.
Oh, you gave us the best one out of the gate? Oh, man.
Well, I figure by later on, people will be too off in their own little world to really care.
Well, look, still to come, we've got Tucker Wooding. This guy is an amazing videographer and photographer, and he hangs out with a bunch of surfer people. And let me just go ahead and give you a little taste, because we're going to... Should I wait till he's on to do that? Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. I want to tell everybody that later on, we're going to play some fun and games for prizes. I have this drone skyhook. This is for a Phantom, I believe. Yeah, for a Phantom 4. I have this that, drop stuff from your drone. So if you have a Phantom 4, you have your choice of prizes tonight, okay? And one of the other prizes that I have, I just went around looking for stuff. I have carbon fiber propellers for a Phantom 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if you have Phantom 3 and you want carbon fiber props to cut your fingers all up, by golly, I have those. And of course, Freewell filters from freewellgear.com. Link in the description.
Always good.
Yep, do check those out. So your choice of prizes tonight, as we are going to play the slow-ass modem game.
Oh, gosh.
You remember that?
I do remember slow-ass modems
a
lot.
Oh, man, yeah. You're old enough to remember when it was like, 300 baud, that's too fast.
Uh-huh.
But first...
I remember having a mental breakdown when I went to a friend's house with what do you have? I don't know, some fiber or something. And I had gotten so used to like clicking and then thinking and doing something and then clicking and then thinking and doing something.
Right.
And when I was at his house, I would click and it would be there and I would click and I would be there. And I was like, I don't know how to process this, but it's going too fast.
It's going too fast. Yeah. And, I was around 13, 14 when, you could download pictures of naked ladies. And I was like, you put the phone in the thing and it's like, and then my sister would pick up the phone right when it got to the nipples. I was like, Julie, get off the phone. I'm downloading ancient porn. All right. Now, before we get into everything else, I want to share some amazing video from you, sir, that you sent.
From me?
From you, yes. By the way, I got a bunch of mail from people. So if you recognize any of this, thank you very much. Going to get to that, plus all your incredible viewer videos. But first, let's head up to Alaska. And this is what you shot with the Mavic 3?
Yeah, all this was shot with the Mavic 3.
Okay. Take us through this, because this is pretty much just every day for you. This is just,
it's absolutely every day.
Mm-hmm.
This was, I had been asked by this helicopter company and these ice climbers to come out and film them ice climbing this big giant iceberg that came off a glacier and froze into the lake there. To which, of course, I said, sure, I will be right there.
Yeah.
And spent the day filming them, climbing different areas around there, the iceberg and some other places, and also getting to film some air-to-air with the helicopter because I knew the pilot really well and we had, trusted each other.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun. You should never do that unless you have a lot of coordination and a lot of experience and you know.
Yes, you have to coordinate. You just can't just rush up on some helicopter person.
Don't just go do it, especially helicopters because they are,
so many sensitive parts. Any one little thing can bring it down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And,
Yeah.
and helicopter pilots. Would you agree that helicopter pilots are they're a different breed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every helicopter pilot that I know, and I know a bunch now, they all have this little vein of just a little crazy and adrenaline junkie needs to fly helicopters.
Which are crazier, helicopter pilots or bush pilots?
Helicopter pilots.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%.
No hesitation. So who are these dudes?
Yeah.
And what are they doing?
So these are some friends of a friend who were hiking up to the top of this mountain to ski down, and so I ran with my Mavic 3 up there. And something I started doing recently is using the zoom, the telephoto camera, the zoom camera, because you just get these spectacular parallax shots that you can't really get. This is like what you would get if you were flying in a helicopter with a shot over rig, but I'm getting it out of a Mavic.
Right. So the foreground kind of stays still almost while the background is moving wildly. That's a great effect.
Yeah, and you get this just dramatic movement in the shots, which is really cool. It's almost like the foreground and the background are like unfolding from each other. It's really, really wild. So I've got a video coming all about it, how to use it well, and get the best settings and stuff like that coming on my channel here pretty soon. So
all right.
But it's been a lot of fun. And of course, the scenery doesn't hurt. I mean, I gotta admit the backdrop is not too shabby.
It is, and there's a lot of ski marks on there already. So this is
Wow. So okay, like I've done the whole backcountry ski thing, but people do that. Like they spend most of a day hiking up to the top of that mountain for one rundown that is done in 5 minutes.
Whoa! They hike up. They don't take the helicopter up.
There's no helicopter up there. There's no like ski lift or anything like that. They walk up or they, snowshoe up or whatever to the top and then come down.
One moment.
I'll give you a moment here.
I say again, that.
I mean,
oh my God, that's too much. That's too much.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So do we call our guest or should we play one viewer video or now we're going to get let's
do one viewer video.
Okay. One viewer video. Okay. All right. This is from Max Air 420. Okay.
Oh, nice.
It's a short video and he wrote this and I thought this can't be him. He says, "Hey Ken, I bought a POS with the Flymore kit for $550, which is a good deal."
It is.
He says, "I like it." Now this is an FPV guy.
Oh no!
And he bought a POS. How many people? Let me know in the chat. Do you just call it the POS now? We're talking about the DJI FPV, but it's easier just to call it the DJI POS because that's what it is, right? Does anybody else call it the POS just in your real life and you're just out and like, hey man, I'm going to bring the POS. You do? Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Then I have succeeded.
Now, all that being said, like I switched the propellers out. I put on some good FPV propellers.
Right.
Or they're like the S4s or the S5s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put the GoPro mount on top.
Right.
You know, and I found one thing, and I spent like a whole day fixing the tune, so it's okay. I found one thing it is good at.
What?
I can fly 88 miles an hour and keep up with my buddy in his airplane and chase him around for a mile or two and film him without breaking a sweat. And that it is good at that. It has long battery life and it will go really fast.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this, because I didn't use mine a lot till I unloaded it on an unsuspecting person. Just kidding. Jeff, if you're watching, I didn't mean that. Another Jeff. But thanks for buying it from me, so I don't have to have it. No, is it true that the camera on the POS itself isn't that great because it's a 2-axis gimbal? So if you're going to film that chasing your friend, you're going to want to put like a 9 or a 10 on there with Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's better than the camera that's on the POS itself, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's way better. Way better. And that's the only way I would do it. And that was the only way that I decided to keep mine. Was I had gone out and done that with my buddy last year. I had the GoPro 10 on the top and was running around, and I was like, okay, I can see a use case for this. I got it flying a little better, and with the other props I put on, it actually flew better. It's still not a good drone for acrobatics, I don't think.
Right, but I mean,
but for long ripping through areas or chasing something, it's not bad for
but
that.
You can,
if you put a good camera on it.
With the second camera on it, I mean, you can feel the weight, can't you? It's like
yes, and it messes up the GPS, and so it's kind of a pain doing it because it will occasionally it'll like throw it in and out of manual and like training wheels mode, and so like I'd be coming along at 90 miles an hour and it would glitch with or 88 or whatever it goes. It would glitch the GPS and all of a sudden it would snap back into like beginner mode.
Yeah.
And so I'm ripping along with my buddy in his airplane. And all of a sudden my drone is like, pump, stop, dead still in the air. Like, nope, you may no longer fly at that speed. We don't have GPS.
By the way, I'm watching how many concurrent viewers we have. Once I start talking about how it's a POS, we lost about 10, 15 viewers. I'm guessing it's like, hey man, I want to check out this Ken Heron stream. I just got my new DJI FPV, and they're sitting there like maybe not even out of the box yet, and I'm like bad mouthing like, oh the hell with this guy, I'm out. You know, that's what I'm imagining happened. But anyway, Max Air got one, and he got some pretty good video with it, and I apologize in advance for any editing I may have done to your short video here. But enjoy this. So these aren't people that he knows. What do they think of this?
And he's getting right in there too.
Hey, look. Oh.
I got a thumbs up.
Yeah, got a thumbs up. Awesome. Very good. Thank you for that.
I gotta say, man, Max Air is a really talented pilot. He is. You watch some of his videos, man. He's a legit dude. He can fly.
Oh yeah. And Tammy Jean is in the chat. Hey, Tammy Jean, good to have you along. Good to see you, honey. You wearing your 9-piece? You looking good, baby. You looking good. Yeah. Right. So let's go ahead and get our guest in here, because don't you just love it, Jake, when talented people get together? You know, like if you have a sport like surfing or mountain biking, and you get like an FPV guy or a drone guy, and you get these people together to make this video, this magic of just two different worlds collaborating together, just all this talent. I love it, and that's what we're going to see with this drones and surfing. As Jake will tell another amazing joke while I bring in Tucker Wooding.
All right. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Why?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
That's pretty good. That's
Isn't
pretty
that
good. I
bad?
think I saw that one on a Snapple cap
Yeah, it might
or a
have been.
bazooka wrapper. But that's not bad. All right, so we're waiting. Is he here? Oh, there he is. Hey, welcome to the show, Tucker Wooding.
Good to be here.
Good to be here, and thanks for the surfboards in the background. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Is that one over your left shoulder? Is that broken?
Yeah, so that's a broken surfboard. It's
No. Please tell me it was bitten by a shark. That's a much better story.
It was bitten by the reef at Pipeline.
Were you on it?
No, I wasn't. That's a surfboard that it's ridden by the world champion Italo Ferreira. He's from Brazil.
Okay.
All my boards are in California.
Where are you right now in the world? You're in Washington right now?
I am currently in Washington, yes.
And you're about to go to Alaska, right?
In about 3 weeks, I head up to Alaska to commercial fish for this summer, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Small world.
I know you don't get much time off, but if you do, let me know. We can hang out. It'd be fun.
What part of Alaska are you at?
I'm in Anchorage, but I travel a lot, so.
Yeah, so I fish out in the Aleutian Islands, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
the middle
cool.
of nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Do you ever bring your drone with you on the fishing?
I have. That's kind of how I got into droning, actually. I was like, oh, like, we're fishing around, like, beautiful mountains, just like Jake was showing you, and just, like, super cool scenery. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool to have a drone up here and just kind of mess around a bit. And that's kind of how I got introduced to droning and then led to surfing.
What drone are you using to film out there? What, in the Baltic?
Yeah. No, I'm using a Mavic 3 now, but I was before I was using a variety of drones. I think my first drone ever was that GoPro drone, and
the Karma?
Since then,
not the Karma.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is a great triumph story. He started with the Karma, and he made it through that gauntlet of hell, and is still droning today. That's impressive. That's a real
because the Karma will make you hate drones.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was interesting for sure. They discontinued it, which, I mean, I don't blame them.
Please tell me that your Karma is in the bottom of the ocean.
My Karma is stored somewhere. I have no idea where that location is.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you've graduated now, and so you're not FPV guy. You haven't gotten into FPV yet, right?
I'm gonna plan on getting into that pretty soon. But
okay, good, because I think that the worlds of FPV and surfers probably share a demographic and a philosophy. I think that you'll find that FPV people, there's probably a lot of surfers and back and forth in that world. And
yeah, I know a few of them.
I'm sure. Now I'm going to show some of your video here, which is amazing and very, very good. But I'm sure you've been in situations where you wanted to maneuver the drone a little bit more than it would allow you because it was GPS, right?
I've always manually controlled it. I've never really had like a problem with it. There's definitely been times where I've had to kind of get out of the way and just
Because all right, well, let me just show this now, and I apologize. I did have to. I think you had like Leonard Skinner in there or something. So
yeah, I just had that. I was like, I'll put Simple Man on there. I'm a simple man.
Okay, all right. Well, I changed the music, and I hope you like it. But take us through like a little bit. Is this all in the same location?
That's in Nazaré. That's Nick Von Rupp. This is in Portugal.
Okay, because these waves. Now I fly drones around buildings, but these waves are the size of buildings, and they're moving.
Yeah.
So, have you had some close calls with? Have you crashed in the water?
I have crashed in the water, and I feel like anyone that's film surfing, that's Kai Lenny and Jaws. That's in Maui.
God.
Yeah, that was probably like he hit 50-foot wave, 60-foot wave, whatever it was. It was crazy, but.
Good Lord, this is just amazing footage that you're getting.
He's probably going about 45 miles per hour, like really fast, kind of at some points of the way. 40 miles per hour is hauling. And that's Pipeline.
That is amazing. You can get to where you're free falling a lot with the surfing. Like just pretty if much, you get just a wall of water where you're not even Like this guy. It's like, well, I'll just fall a little bit.
Yeah, that's Ian Walsh, and that was in Mavericks in Half Moon Bay, California.
Wow. This is incredible stuff. So you're a photographer and videographer.
Yeah.
How long have you been filming the surfing?
I've been filming surfing for about 1.5 years now.
Okay.
Fairly recent.
And I guess, do you offer the footage for sale, or do you just give it to these guys, or you hang out, or you have a business, or what's the deal?
Well, I have some friends. I do have a business. I have friends that I'll just like, oh, here's some clips or whatever. But I sell clips to like, there's a show called 100 Foot Wave on HBO. That's,
yes, I've seen that.
New. So to them, I'll sell a clip or something like that. And other documentaries or shows, like that's kind of where like I sell clips to and stuff, and surfers too. It just kind of depends.
Jake, do you want to tell him what kind of rig you use when you film for these production companies, and would your octocopter red camera ever make it out over the water? Would you be nervous to do that? If somebody said to you, Jake, we want you to get the kind of shots that he's gotten, but we want you to use the red camera with your rig.
So
yeah.
I did one shoot where we chased hydroplane boats on a lake that was 3/4 of a mile away from where I had to land and take off, and then they were going, a 1/4 mile or a half mile at 100 miles an hour, and so it was basically go out there, hover and wait for the start, and then rip along with them as fast as I could until I got down to 3.5 volts, and then get back as fast as I could because, you got X amount of voltage left. So I have done it over water. I haven't done it around big waves like that, but I would love to. I think that'd be spectacular if somebody's going to cover it in case it disappears.
Yeah, you got to have it covered.
Would you be tempted, Jake, to get in there? You know what I mean? Because that's a FP.
I double check all the conformal coating and make sure it's well coated. So if it does get splashed, because it would, that it has a chance of making it out, then maybe, because it would be an amazing shot.
I'm not talking about like, what do you call it, Tucker?
And like getting a shot like in the barrel, kind of.
The barrel. Okay, but I'm not talking, Jake, about a barrel. I'm talking about like maybe a little bit over the camera just before it breaks.
Oh, then.
So that you're surrounded on three sides by water, but you'd also, it's not just straight. You would have to be going, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, no, you'd be going sideways and forward as fast as like a bat out of hell to get out of there before it closed in on you.
You kind of follow the surfer on the wave. You kind of just like, you speed up right when they drop, and then you kind of, there's certain techniques for filming surfing specifically, but to avoid that.
Jake, do you have your machine with you that we can see? Do you have that?
It's upstairs.
Oh, is it?
I can
okay.
Go get it.
Show Tucker how big it is with your.
He might know what it is. It's a Sicario. It's about that big.
Yeah,
you got eight on there. Eight.
Yeah, it's eight motors, 8 propellers, so they run top and bottom, and then the red camera kind of sits down in the center of it.
Yeah,
and it's similar to what they used. It's the same drone as what they used on a couple of the shots in Ambulance. Specifically, they used it when they flew underneath the cop car, and I think one of the building dives they used that drone, the same model. And
whenever
it's nice, it's fast. It's
see these
80 miles an hour, 90
shots,
miles an hour.
I see these shots, and I'm just thinking of the expense. Oof.
Stressful day.
Yeah. Tucker did it. There's a lot of people watching right now that have anxiety just watching your footage because it's over water. And when you first get a drone, you're like, I don't want to fly over water. How did you get over that fear?
Well, I was filming in Alaska, and I'm on my boat, and I'm surrounded by water, and I was having to take, I was just like, oh, it's not so bad, and you just kind of like, you get used to it, and it's like it's kind of definitely a learning curve at first, and to be comfortable with what you're doing and your risk reward and all that. And there's certain times where I probably won't fly, and you kind of got to know when those times are. And I usually fly most of the time, but sometimes that pipeline per se, there'll be like 16 drones out there. I'm like, I don't want to collide into one of those.
Okay. So when you're filming these waves, there's other drone pilots there doing stuff. Do you ever coordinate with them? I mean, I guess you have to, right?
I've coordinated with a few friends. Yeah, when it comes to filming certain spots, like on the North Shore of Oahu, this place called Pipeline, there's probably like, it's just hectic. There needs to be some sort of air traffic control out there for that.
Yeah.
But definitely coordination with people and even just people that are, it kind of just depends on which spot. When you're in like a big wave spot, there's stuff happening everywhere. So you could film way farther than another drone could be, and you'll never hit them just because it's such a big playground. But some spots are way tighter.
Now, did I hear you correctly? The first time you flew over water was from your fishing boat?
Yes, yeah.
And was it calm? Were there?
Yes, it was calm. Usually, I think this year I'll try to fly it in some rough weather, but it was pretty calm.
I mean, just because if you get the swells,
yeah,
you know, the whole
the hardest time I've ever had getting my drone back was filming a fishing trip, fishing boat, 90 miles off the shore of Alaska, and it was not calm. Like I wasn't terribly stormy either. I think we were maybe like 6-7 foot waves. So it wasn't really bad. But trying to anticipate the timing of when the boat was going to come up to bring the drone down and grab it by hand before we parted ways again.
Right.
Like,
what drone was it that you were using,
gosh.
Jake? What drone?
That was the Mavic 2 Pro.
Okay. Now, in that case, wouldn't it be handy if there was a disarm switch on DJI products like there is on FPV, where you can just kill the motors because you can just let it drop.
You can do the two sticks down into the center, but the problem is it takes a second. You have to hold them there for a couple seconds before it kills the motors, and so you have to really time things out to where like it's all gonna work out. Otherwise, your drone is.
Yeah, and just advice for anybody thinking about doing this, even on your lake or whatever, make sure your boat's anchored, because if you take off from a spot, the drone's gonna be like, okay, well, I know where that is. I'll just go back there if anything happens. And then it goes back there and maybe the boat's not there. Because, and then what is it called in the settings in DJI? It's like dynamic return to home or something where you can update. I forget what it's called.
You do want to have it update your home point. And it used to be you could have it set to your home point was wherever the controller was. But then they removed that functionality in the Mavic 2, and the Mavic 3 don't have it.
Why?
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know. So you could still go in and manually update your home point, but you have to go in and say, this is my new home point. And
do the new and I don't know, I should know, do the new drones like Mavic 3s and stuff and the Air 2Ss, do they, when you tell it to follow you or your car, is it following the physical car or is it following the controller?
It's following the car. It's visually tracking whatever you tell it to follow.
So it doesn't track the controller at all, ever?
No.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah, I wish they would give us that functionality back.
That's crazy. Tucker, what do you have planned coming up for the future? Now, you're a surfer yourself, right?
Yeah, I surf a bit, but lately I've been filming mainly, so it's like you don't really get too much time to surf when the waves are good, and I only like surfing California waves that are non-life-threatening. The waves on those videos are just, I mean, they're insane.
Have you done it? Have you gone with the big waves? Have you gone out there?
No.
No, good man. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? How old are you?
24.
24? Okay. I'm 55, and if I did that, my mother, who is, she would yell at me. I would get grounded.
Yeah, I'd yell at myself for going out there. I don't need to be out there. I'll let my friends go do that.
And now all these people in the videos that we're seeing, are these competitions? These are professional surfers?
Yeah, these are all professionals. Those were non-competitions. You're not really allowed to film in competitions unless you're granted to be there to film.
Okay.
These are just free surfs. These guys have teams of guys with jet skis, and they all tow surfing specifically, and they just attack. That's my friend Lucas Chianca. He's one of the best guys in the world.
Oh my God.
He's got a team of a bunch of people around him, and they just attack these things.
Everybody's looking at the surfers, but the people on the jet skis, they have to be really skilled as well.
Very skilled. These waves come out of any direction, and that's why it's kind of hard to drone too, because there's so much going on, and Yeah, it's just nuts what they do, and you got to be quite
this.
the waterman to be out there. And
Look at this. How close were you? Did you edit this to where you zoomed in and post or anything, or were you actually that close to all this?
I was that close.
How many times have you lost a drone?
Once.
And
Twice.
Twice, okay.
Home surfing, I only like once.
Okay, but you have DJI Care Refresh, obviously, right?
They don't. If you lose it in the water, they don't do nothing.
Oh, that's
for
true.
you.
But you got all these buddies out here. Hey, find my drone.
Funny, I did lose a drone, and a guy I knew was on a jet ski and saw it land, and he was like, "I could get that right now." But then a wave was coming. He's like, "Yeah, this is a way too dangerous zone," and rest in peace to the drone. But
wow, this is. I could just watch this all day. This is very.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
Yeah, it's definitely really fun to film, and I flew over all the way to Portugal for just a day. I went with my friend. We were in Hawaii for specifically this video.
This is Portugal?
Yeah. So
okay, here's this guy. Watch him free fall. Watch this. He gets a little bit too steep. And then they call it what?
An airdrop.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
He's going like 40, 45 miles per hour. And there's so much water behind it.
Oh, it looks so fun, but I would never do it. I would never do that.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't.
No, but it's just...
You got to have so much respect for the power of that water. It's insane.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
No, it's funny because I'll be surfing like, say, like a 5-foot California wave, and sometimes you get like, pounded pretty good by the ocean, and then I'm like, well, these guys are surfing like 70-foot waves. Like, how do they get up and just survive that? It's just unbelievable.
Right? Like when I was a kid, I would body surf in Jersey. They got like 3-4 foot waves on a good day, and I would get the wind knocked out of me. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's accidents. We don't want to talk about that, but I mean, these are athletes.
There is accidents, but lately there's a lot of prep work that's done behind it, like breath work technique, and these guys is training their whole lives for going out and conquering these waves, and there's just a bunch of safety behind it too. They're not just going out with a board and trying to do this. They got safety skis ready to pick them up, and things do happen, but they're really well prepared.
So the best waves in the world are where?
Best wave? That's tough. There's so many good waves around the world. I'd say the best stretch of waves in the world is on the North Shore of Oahu, just for like specific waves. But for big waves, there's probably 3 in the world that are the best right now: Jaws in Maui, and Mavericks, Half Moon Bay, and Nazare, which is it was only discovered like 12 years ago as a big wave spot.
The whole world of surfing, I really admire the people that are in it. Whenever like there's a Netflix special, like, the world's biggest wave or whatever, I'm like, yes, I'll watch that. And then, the whole culture with surfing and everything, it really is akin to the adrenaline you get from FPV flying. I don't know. I'm not.
Bali's good. There's good waves in Bali too. 107 drones.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey, 107 drones. I got your mail. We'll check that out here in a second. So, when the only thing I can liken it to is motorcycles. So if you get a new motorcycle, you get you a little 250, and you get used to that. You're like, this 250 is too slow, and then you move up to like a 600 or 1,000 or something. Is that where you are, or are you comfortable with small waves? You want to keep going and getting bigger?
I just want to surf small waves whenever there's not big waves, and then I want to film big waves whenever there's big waves. So I feel like it's a lot more fun filming and seeing my friends do all these crazy stuff, and instead of being out there.
You just saying that because your mom's watching? No, Mom, I'm careful.
I like my life.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's smart. That's smart. It takes
these guys have been doing it their whole lives. I got into surfing relatively late because I'm from Washington and it's cold and rainy the whole time. So
yeah,
never really get into it. But.
Jake, have you ever surfed?
Yeah, a couple of times. Nothing big, nothing like that. That's for sure.
Now I've seen when the glaciers calf. I've seen people surf those.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But it's fun to watch. Yeah, you go ahead and do it there, Ace.
The other thing people surf up here, and Tucker, if you ever get the chance to, you should try it, is the boar tide that comes up turning an arm. You get this 4 or 5 foot wall standing wave that goes all the way up 30 miles up the arm. You can surf it the whole way.
They did a show on that probably like a year ago. It's this show called Waves. And they were showing this. I was like, that looks so fun. It's just an endless little tide wave.
What is that, Jake? Is it like just a little pulse of water or something?
No, it's because we have a 40-foot tidal difference from low tide to high tide, and so all the water coming out, and then when the tide starts coming in, it basically makes this big, huge standing wave as it moves up because the whole bottom of turning an arm is really shallow, so there's nowhere like for the water to go.
Okay,
it just all piles up and moves up the arm in a big 4 or 5 foot wave.
Wow.
I'm trying to go out. I think it's in 2 weeks. There's supposed to be a really big one, so I'm going to try and go out and catch some people surfing it up because it's always fun to watch.
Yeah, how often does that go off? Like once a couple times a month?
Yeah, it's a few times a month. The really good ones are like probably once to twice a month, but there's the kind of middle ones that are 3-4 times a month. But you usually get one really big one a month, and then. It also depends on the wind. If the wind is blowing one way really hard, it'll kind of make it not as good. And so, but.
That'd be cool with a drone. It's a long.
It'd be really fun. It's a long way to go.
Well, you guys need to get together. I'll email your information to each other. And you guys can, I don't know, Jake, you can head out and catch some fish with them and film them. You guys can make some magic together.
Let's make the deadliest catch.
There you go. Yeah. Let's make the safest catch. That's a show nobody would watch. The safest catch. Nobody gets injured. Everything's fine. All right. Tucker, thank you so much for being on with us. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me, and enjoy the rest of the show, and really appreciate it.
Yeah, and there's links to his stuff in the description. You can check out his photography and his YouTube channel, and there's always great stuff on there to see. We'll see you later, man.
Yeah, see you guys.
All right, see you, bud.
Bye, Tucker.
Yeah.
How about that dude, huh?
Nice, man. He has got some spectacular footage. That is like...
Yeah, like between you and him...
Really good stuff.
Yeah, between you and him with your Alaska stuff and his wave stuff, I mean, that's just so impressive.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I think we got some more super chats in. Let me just mention those really quick because a lot of this, if you just joined us, a lot of the super chats will be going to Jeff Sills tonight because he had a prescription come up that was very expensive and not covered by his health insurance, apparently. Philip Koshat, $5. Thank you very much. He says, every little bit helps Jeff. Mark Sullivan with $5. He says, for Jeff. Thank you very much. And Georgia Biscuit. Oh, Georgia Biscuit. Keith. With a $9.99. Give this to Jeff to help with meds. I can relate. I have one inhaler that costs $700. Ooh, I wish it was more than $9.99, Jeff. Wow, man. I guess if you want to breathe, it's going to cost you. Damn. Jake, you got a joke?
I do.
Give us a good one, and then we'll get into some viewer videos.
A good one.
Yeah, but give us a mediocre one.
Let's see.
All right, give us a suck-ass joke.
Here we go. Here we go. I got
what you got? Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
I was going to tell a time-traveling joke, but you guys didn't like it.
I love that one. I love it. I love it. Thank you. All right. All right, so this video is from Chris. He said, hey, Ken, I did something a little different than the scenic-type drone video typically done. This is a video showing all the drones I've owned and borrowed from a store since 2016. Didn't know you could do that.
Borrowed?
Yeah. He says, yeah, right? Yeah. What's that over there? He says, the music is crap. Sorry. I hope you're having a great week, Chris. All right, Chris. Well, check out all these borrowed drones. Okay. I have one of those. And that's what it looks like. And you're like, nah. Next. I never had a helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one of those.
Hudson.
Yep. And that's the video you get from it.
Look at that rolling shutter.
Yep. And now he upgraded. There you go. The famed Phantom 3 Pro.
Yeah.
That's good stuff right there. Oh, the Mavic Air.
I had that one.
That's a noisy bugger, that one.
It was loud. Sounded like a bunch of angry bees.
Oh, the Altel Evo. Ah, good footage from the brick. Air 2S. Okay.
That's a solid drone, man.
It really is.
Great value drone.
Awesome. Thanks for sending that in, Chris. Appreciate
It's
that.
especially a great value drone if you borrow it.
Oh, you get your money's worth if you borrow it.
Yeah.
If it falls
100%.
out of the back of a truck. If you want to send in a video, you can do that here for next week. Ken Heron Upload at gmail.com. Please let me know what your music source is because, you know, if you play, I don't know, Simple Man by Leonard Skinner, then YouTube will get upset at me, and we don't want that. So get yourself some copyright-free music right now. Check it out. Epidemic Sound. Link in the description. You can get 30 days free trial. They've got over 100,000 plus sound effects and all kinds of stuff. It really is a great source for copyright-free music that won't piss YouTube off, and we don't want that. And remember, if it's not epidemic, it's crap! One day, that'll be their slogan. One day.
One day. And then they'll pay you 2 cents every time somebody says it.
Ooh, now that'd be nice. The whole show would be like, epidemic! Cha-ching! What's that? What'd you say, Jake? Epidemic! Cha-ching!
Yeah.
All right, so do you want to see some Australian iron? Of course you do. Of course you do. Who?
Iron?
Australian iron. Who doesn't?
Yes.
All right.
I want to see that.
Okay, good. Thank you for that acting. This is from Ashley. Ashley says, hey, Ken, I was out doing some morning photos, and it wasn't really in the mood, so I got the Mini 2 up to get some footage of the Pilbara countryside.
Ooh.
All that you can see is iron ore, and a major iron ore mine that I work on is the biggest in Australia. Fun fact, the green grass-looking stuff is actually a plant called spinifex, which is basically a bunch of needles stuck together. Really fun when you're walking through it. Hope you like it. The music is from Epidemic. Have a great day, mate. Kind regards, Ashley. You know, the Mini 2 is such an amazing drone.
It really is.
And the price point is something that most people can do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know, the price on the almost $1,000 for the Mini 3. Is that?
Yeah. That is the most disappointing thing to me leaked about the Mini 3 is the price. I'm like, because the Mini 2 is like the perfect starter drone. It got great footage, good photos. It flew fantastic.
Yeah.
All for under $500.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
you start pushing 1,000. That's like.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just get something else, I guess. But
$1,200 more and you're an Air 2S.
The good thing,
or $200 more.
The good thing about the Mini 3 coming out, it means that the Mini 2 prices will go down.
That's
you can
true.
probably get one $300 some, and that's still a great starter drone. Oh my goodness! Stop the show! Hit the brakes! My goodness! We got Whiz Bang with a $9.99.99. Thank you, Whiz Bang. Says thanks for the great show while waiting to get on a flight at O'Hare. Oh, hope this will help the man of the drone news, Jeff. Thank you, Whiz Bang. I'm gonna send that right over to Jeff. Oh man, that means so much. You know, the drone community is so amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is. Was that a yawn that I caught? Jake, did you just
a partial yawn?
Are you bored of helping Jeff? Shame on you. Shame on you, sir.
I'm so sorry.
I was like, we just helped Jeff. He's like, yeah, Jeff, Jeff. Jeff who? Don't yawn on my show and expect me not to talk about it, punk. I've been up since 4 a.m. What's your excuse?
I've been up since 4 a.m. and I climbed a mountain.
Oh, that's right. Did you climb a mountain today?
I did.
All right, then you can yawn. You can yawn all you want. All right, one more video, and then we'll get to the mail. And I got a pile of it here. And of course, we're gonna play the game and give away some prizes. So this is from Toby, and it's a crash. I'm still accepting videos for Volume 7 of drone crash videos. If you want to be included in that, you crashed. You might as well send it in. If you got the footage, send it in here. Ken Heron Upload at gmail.com. Make sure you put in the subject line crash or the word crash in there somehow, okay? And then I'll include it. But here is an example. This is from Toby. He says, "Hey, Ken, greetings from Sin City. Love your crash compilation so much I figured I'd donate to the cause. Battery went flying in one direction and the drone in another. It was starting to swell a bit, so I took the battery out to the desert a couple days later and bullseyed it at 100 yards with a .22 rifle. Boom," he says. That's great. But here is the crash. It's a baby hawk. You know what those are?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was very windy out there.
I've had several of those.
So do you think he hit a tree, or what do you think he hits here? The ground? What do you think? If you were a betting man, Jake, what would you bet he hit? A bird?
Fence.
Okay, you're going with fence?
Yeah, I'll go with fence.
Okay. Well, here it comes. Oh.
Oh, man, the first thing I said was a light pole.
Well, you didn't, that wasn't your final answer.
It wasn't my final answer.
No.
I should have phoned a friend.
That's it. Thank you, Toby, for sharing your heartbreak. And drone on to Bayou. $10. Hey, thank you very much. He says, "This is for Jeff. Great show as always, Ken." Thank you. At least I'm consistent. Huh? Consistency? I mean, if Jeff needs any medicine, I could just give him some penicillin. All right. Thank you.
Now you're pushing.
Yeah, that was a bit much. And Neil Reyes. Neil Reyes. What is CLP? I got 10,000 of something from them. What is that? I've never seen that before.
Peruvian peso?
Is it? You look that up, and I'll read it. He says, "Take care, Jeff."
Chilean peso.
Don't
Chilean
stuff
peso.
it. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. That's my first Chilean money there. That's awesome. I don't know what the exchange rate is, but it looks like a lot. It does, doesn't it? Had a comma in it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
When anytime a number has that many zeros after it, it's really cool.
Oh, yeah. Unless it's a ruble. Sorry, Russia. All right, well, hey, how about some mail?
We just got a letter.
That's about $12 he gave you.
Cool.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Well, it's from It's from Brant Aerials.
Ooh.
And he sent stickers.
Stickers, I like stickers, yes I do.
Come on, Jake.
Stickers.
All right. So I'm going to use one of these right now, and I'll put that proudly right there. And there's a note in here that says, "Hey, Ken, I heard you like stickers." Yes, you do.
Stickers.
I do. I like stickers more than you, he says. Best regards, Gary from Brant Aerials. Thank you for sending that in. I love getting actual real mail. If you want to send me actual real mail, you can do that here. Ken Heron, Box 1281, Huntington, Tennessee, 38344. The Foreign Candy Exchange Program, I shut that down because I was getting fat. But, I kind of miss it. I kind of miss it now. Like a candy bar from Ireland or, just some kind of weird licorice from the Netherlands. You weirdos in Netherlands and your licorice. Like, hey, send me some candy. No, I didn't want poison. Don't send me licorice. They really like their bicycles and licorice.
You don't like fish flavored licorice?
I'm not a licorice fan, but it was very nice of a couple people from the Netherlands sent in licorice. They're like, "Oh, it's my favorite. It must be yours." You know, but they're all about bicycles and bridges and licorice. I can just see them. Some guy right now in the Netherlands right now is chewing on some licorice as he's going over a really cool ass engineered bridge, riding his bike right now. But if you want to send some weird candy to me and dare me to eat it, you can send it here. Ken Heron, Box 1281, Huntington, Tennessee 38344. Just make sure the package isn't smoking or ticking, because my post office people, they get all bent out of shape over that. Ken, you got another bomb? Okay, all right, bomb.
All right, fine.
So now this, ooh, I got some more stuff. Ooh, patches. I got patches.
Ooh.
Who sent this? Oh, Tor. He said, "Hey, Ken, here are the patches. The embroidered came out good. The other two were okay, but I thought you would appreciate them anyway. Really enjoy your show. It has kept me amused in the winter months. All the best. Let me know if you ever visit the UK." Tor. Oh, thank you. And he sent me, let me make this big so you can see it, some patches here. Here's one that has drone pilot. I'm going to put this on something.
I would say you need a jacket with Velcro on it. You can put all your patches on and be like a sponsored pilot.
Right. I can be like
That's
a
cool.
Boy Scout that just got his drone merit badge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's one. It's a tree with a drone in it. That's hilarious.
Nice.
Right?
That's
Because trees are dicks, right? Drone people? And,
Yeah, that's
and then,
right.
drone FPV pilot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. That really means a lot. When I go to the post office and I look and I see I got stuff, it just makes me feel warm inside, and I thank you. All right, and one more. I got a package here.
I know, that looks big.
It is, because it has to contain a shirt that I'll fit in. It's a shirt. And it's from Herman Green. Watching in Brooklyn. Oh, thank you, Herman, for sending that in. Phantom Pilot. Let's see what he sent. He's got a group up there and a stream called Those Guys.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of them? Of course you have.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh, I got a keychain too. Okay, hold on. Let's see what this is. This is Those Guys. Oh, and it's toddler size. And this won't fit me. But thank you very much. It might fit me. Those Guys. Thank you, Those Guys. And those guys are so nice. And then he sent me a keychain from New York with Mark and flag on it in New York. Gosh, that's nice. Thank you. Oh, all this kindness pouring out from you guys. All right, I want to share this. This video is from someone who sent in videos before, and whenever they do, they're always a little bit unique.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. When you get a little creative with your videos, I mean, it's one thing to, be Jake Sloan and have a backyard where National Geographic stuff lives all the time, and you can just hold your GoPro while you're taking a whiz and hold it out the window and get award-winning footage. But when you put a little bit of creativity into it, along with the beauty, well, that's this video right here.
Yeah, I don't do the creativity thing. I just do the beauty thing. I'm lazy.
Just the beauty. Yeah, I mean, come on, get with it with your creativity. No, that's absolutely not true. There's a link to Jake's channel in the description if you want both beauty and creativity and information.
True.
He's your guy. What's your channel about mostly? Like cameras and drones and stuff?
It's mostly about cameras and drones and lenses and stuff. And I try and help people like take their drone footage, especially it seems like to a little bit better level by giving them tips and tricks on how to, the stuff that I do when I go out to film for somebody. I want to try and teach people like these are the kind of shots I try and get, and these are the kind of things I do when I put those shots together.
Exactly. And a perfect example of that is what you're seeing right now. You can see the difference between our shots here. Now I'm using a good camera, but as far as the lighting goes, I'm like, meh, can you see me? Whatever. I'll just turn on the big fluorescent lights, But Jake, look at all those soft, subtle shadows.
Yes.
Yes, ladies. He's 10 years older than I am, but thanks to lighting. See, like, what does the optometrist do? All right, which is better, A or B?
Or B.
A or B?
B.
It's A, isn't it? It's always going to be A. It's always going to be
our
A.
hair. Mine's a little messy right now.
Oh.
I don't quite have as much white as you do, though.
That's
I'm getting
true.
Closer.
That's true. Yeah. Well, you know what? Gray hair is in vogue now.
It is. I saw like 18-year-old person running around with all this gray hair. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
You did not earn that.
Now, a couple months ago, and I don't know if it's still in style because you know how styles go, but for a while there, dark circles under girls' eyes were sexy, apparently. Right? I'm like, okay, great. I am in. I'm a sex symbol. I got all that. When the one ab becomes sexy, then I mean, there's no stopping me. So, yeah. So, Jake, have you ever done any filming at the Salt Flats?
No, but I really want to go there someday and do it. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, it looks like a fun place to film and drive really fast.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, but the droning veteran did something different. He brought something out there that didn't go very fast at all, and it's still beautiful. He says, "Hey Ken, I hope all is well with you. I wanted to share a video from this past weekend's droning adventures. We loaded up the car and headed west. Before we knew it, we had traveled 90 miles and were at one of the fastest places on Earth, the Bonneville Salt Flats near Wendover, Utah. And I'll share this video with you right now. It's really nice. That looks like a monster with the eyeballs.
With a mustache.
Yeah, scary." So what did he bring out to the Salt Flats? By the way, if you drive on the Salt Flats, you have to wash your car off right away or it will get eaten up.
Man. Yeah.
Nice reveal. Is it snow? No. It's hypertension.
That's right. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Is that what he brought? No. That's just somebody out there. He said, "Oh, there you go." Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Now I want to know, did he bring that or was that just out there?
Is that just out there? Oh my gosh. That you need a picture of that with just 2 couches, a guy, and nothing but salt everywhere around it.
Yeah, and maybe a lamp. Put a lamp out there.
Yes, a lamp. That would be perfect.
That's so great. Thank you for sending that in. That was fantastic. I was not expecting it. I was like, okay, a car, okay, Salt Flats there, rocks. I've seen it before. What? A couch and a love seat. That's fantastic. Thank you, Dan, droning veteran.
How do you feel like that whole thing needed the whole trailer voice thing in a world?
Right? Yeah.
Where Salt Flats are just...
Let's try it. Let me try. Let me get this music on. This summer, in a world. Let me get it to where.
Exactly.
Okay. This summer, straight to DVD. A Jeep, a man, and a plan. The couch. He's gonna Netflix and chill. This time, it's personal.
That is exactly what it needed. Oh my gosh.
Rated PG-13 for nudity. All right. So I got the viewer video of the week next, but first, let's play a game. Yay, a game! No, we're not doing Pick Me. We're not doing Pick Me. But, I mean, you can if you want to, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to play a game called Slow Ass Modem. For people who are over a certain age, I would say, I don't know, over 50, you'll remember that when modems first came out, by the way, in 1962, the first modem was available to the public.
The first modem came out?
1962, man. Yeah. I think it was like 1 baud. Yeah. It would take you forever to download a nipple. But, so, you know, the first thing they did when they had the internet was like, you know, like, what was that thing? The first thing you did on a telephone was like, come here, Watson, I want you. You know. But, like, the second thing was like, come here, Watson, and bring my pawn. Because that's what happened. The first thing they did on the internet was send an email. The second thing was downloading the porn. But we're going to play a game called Slow Ass Modem in memory of those days gone by when it was just slow as molasses and you couldn't get anything done. And you had the leg warmers. So this will be, and I have 3 of these, and I have 3 prizes. I have 2 prizes from Freewell Gear, and we thank them very much. Do check them out, freewellgear.com. You can get ND filters, UV filters, all kinds of filters for any camera, and a lot of drones. So you've got that. You can also choose from, if you have a Phantom 4, I've got this drone skyhook stuff where you can drop water balloons on your little sister if you want to. So that's fun. Comes with parachute guy. Comes with a parachute man. And just a random prize from my prize closet. Whoops. A set of, it sounded like carbon fiber, didn't it? Carbon fiber Phantom 3 propellers that I'm either going to give to you or throw out. So, time to do a little spring cleaning. All right. So how this works is I'm going to play this little video, and we will download an image. First person in the chat to identify the person in the image will win. It's that simple. Now make sure that you have it on live chat and not top chat. If you're looking at the chat and it says in the corner top chat, then it's not going to be an accurate representation. Make sure it's live chat, okay? So I'll give you a hint. These people will match the era. So it's 80s, 90s-ish, late 80s, early 90s. Okay? So here is the first one. First person to identify as we boot up our Windows 95 computer.
Is that a 486?
Oh no, that's a 386.
Oh, okay.
386 SX stands for sucks.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. First person in the chat to correctly identify this person. Let me know, Jake, when you know who it is, but don't scream it out.
I mean, the music really helps.
Sure. All right. This is an all skate. Don't just throw people out there until you know. Oh, boy.
Oh, I know.
Do you know? Okay.
I think so.
No winner yet. No winner yet. Do you think you know? Oh. Okay. All right, we do have a winner. We do have a winner. The winner is Mr. B Outdoors. Congratulations. That is John DeLorean. Huh? See? See how fun that was? See how long it took to download that image? That was fun, wasn't it? I think he was the first person to get it. Mr. B Outdoors.
I think you're right.
Okay. So let me know in the chat which prize you want. I didn't think of this. Yeah, let me know which prize you want. That's gonna. Yeah. Well, I got plenty of filters, so if you want filters, just let me know.
First come, first serve.
Yeah, but email me here and let me know you want, okay? I don't keep track of that things. I'm too busy. No, I'm kidding. Ken Heron upload at gmail.com. No, I'll get one of my staff to do it. Right, staff?
That's right. One of your people.
One of my people. And by staff, I mean I'm looking in a giant floor mirror. It's me. It's just me. All right. So let's give away another prize, shall we? Here is the
Let's
second one.
do
Let's
it.
start up that slow ass modem. I didn't do the update. Damn it.
Man,
Gonna be
and you
slow.
should have gotten the 56. Don't you know they make 56K modems now?
I
You
didn't
can
know
get a much
that.
faster
I did
connection.
not know that.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me know when you know this person. This may be a little more difficult.
So did you ever have a modem on a party line? That was always fun.
No. Did you have a party line?
Oh, we had a party line.
Did you have indoor plumbing?
Yeah, well, yeah, it depends.
Oh, okay. Anybody, do you recognize this person?
I have no idea who this is.
Mm.
Oh, wait. I think I know who it is now.
Do you?
Maybe?
It's not Jane Fonda. It's not Linda Ronstadt. It's not Joan Jett. No, don't name the band. You have to name the person. Close. Nope. Misspelled. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to give it to Eric Swanson. He was close enough. It's Chrissy Hind, or Hind. I think it's Hind. Lead singer of the Pretenders. If you don't know who the Pretenders are, then please go away and I never want to see you again. No. Then please Google it. Open your mind. All right, I have one more.
Google is your friend.
Google is your friend, isn't it? I have one more. You want to play this again? Are we having fun? Is this fun? Are we having fun?
This is great, but it would have been faster fun if you had a 56K modem.
And then what came after that? What came after the 56? What was
Isn't that
one?
when they got into like the 1.2
What did they call it? It was like, it wasn't Dish. It was something, it had a wacky name to it. It was like Cyber something or whatever. 128, yeah.
DSL.
DSL, that's it. DSL.
Yeah, DSL.
I remember when DSL was like, DSL, that's it. We'll never need more internet than that.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of people are going DSL, and it's true. You get like 1.2 millibaud DSL, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is so fast.
Yeah. I mean, how old are you, Jake, if you don't mind me asking?
Mid 40s.
Mid 40s. Okay. So, I mean, you remember how thumb drive storage progressed?
Yes.
Right? Like thumb drive, you're like 1 gig on a thumb drive. Wow. And I remember the day that my friend he said, open your hand. I said, all right. And he put this in there. I looked down and said, 1 terabyte. What? I was like, what kind of witchcraft is this? And then I said, how much is it? And he was like, oh, like $1,000. Oh, hell, okay. So, yeah, I gently gave it back to him. All right, one more. And this
floppy drives, you would put them in there, and the thing would be like, as it was searching through the read disk.
What about zip drives? Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Zip drives, man. I can keep everything I've ever done on a zip drive. What's the maximum storage of a zip drive?
Not that much.
I mean, I've got
like maybe 1 gig. I think I had some zip drives that were 1 gig.
Yeah, I mean, I've got like
ish.
I keep
512
everything.
megabytes.
I'm a digital hoarder. I have everything I've ever done. Videos, radio shows, everything. Pictures, low budget porn, all that. It's like terabyte. What's the next thing after a terabyte? I probably have 1 or 2 of those. All right. Here is the last one for fun, and the pariahs is this one might be a little difficult, but someone will get it as we boot up yet again.
And your Windows 95 machine is really buggy. It has to reboot a lot.
Every single time. Yeah, wind blows 95.
It's downloading so much information.
Well, I hooked it up to the DSL.
Oh, yeah. There you go. The DLS.
Yeah. All right. Who is this? Let me know when you know, Jake. My favorite character.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I think so.
All right. Oh, somebody got it. I believe Lake Pilot got it. Jake, who is that?
Wait, where's... I don't know who this is. It's not who I thought it was.
Oh, so you don't know who this character is?
Nope.
That is from Sesame Street, Guy Smiley. He was my favorite because he had a little microphone, and I'm an audio guy. And when I was a kid, he's like the game show host. He's like, "Hey, everybody, I'm Guy Smiley!" He was my favorite. So yeah, there you go. And I think Lake Pilot got that one. So
you're right. I was scrolling up. He was the first one to say it. Guy Smiley.
Excellent. All right. Well, make sure you email me and let me know what you won, and remember what the prizes are, because it's not gold brick, it's not pile o money, it's not Mini 3. So
that's what I was gonna say. Somebody's gonna email you. I won that $20,000 you promised.
Yeah, where's that, Ken? You son of a bitch. All right. You know what? After all that excitement, I think it's probably time to step into the Raz Chamber. I need to relax a little bit after all that excitement.
Gotta bring things down just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Jake, when was the last time you were in the Raz Chamber with everyone?
Oh man, it's been a while, like a month or two.
Okay. Well,
it was long enough that I think I actually got all the Raz out of all of the nooks and crannies.
Oh, good. Well, let it get back in there. And remember, this is a safe space. This is a place for everyone to just relax. The 7th inning stretch, all the stresses of the day, all the pimples that haven't been popped, everything is fine. No worries in here. No stresses. All is good. Sit back and relax. But remember, there's one rule and one rule only here in the Raz Chamber. What is that rule, sir?
Don't pass any wind.
Please don't fart in the Raz. Now enjoy. In our element? That's a new username that I saw up there. In our element? Just farted in our Raz?
So rude.
Did I fart in your element? I don't think so. So don't fart in my element. You dirty bird. You dirty. We just said.
It's just common respect.
Common decency. Oh. Anyway, speaking of common decency, I want to talk about who's going to be on the show next week. It'll be Ryan LaTourette and Jason Shepard. Now, these are our go-to, know-it-all, legal, regulation type people. There's a lot of stuff happening in the drone world right now. Biden wants to destroy everything. And there's all these little municipalities that think that they can go above the FAA. And so there's a lot of precedent that needs to be set. And every single time this happens, somebody will send me an email. Hey, guess what East Jabip, Missouri just did? I'm like, East Jabip. Yep. You know, so it angers me the same as it angers you. And we will cover all that in depth next week. And one of the things I did in preparation for, now there's a lot of drone meets coming up. I think Rotor Riot Rampage coming up on the 15th or something like that, or 14th or 15th. It's like in a couple weeks. So I'm going to go out to that. And I'm also going to go out to Castle Crash, which is happening in, I'm sorry, Dave, one of the Carolinas. I can't remember where I'm going to be. I'm going to be there, though. I'm going to be there. And then in August, I'm going to be at Mindfield, my meet. If you want to come there, you are invited. It's free, and a lot of people are going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can camp. You can fly around this amazing sculpture, and our buddy Joshua Bardwell will be there. So, yeah. So he'll be there.
Learn something.
You're going to learn something today. You're gonna. So. Jake, you're going to fly out, right? You're going to get one of those crazy helicopter bush pilots that bring on down here to the lower 48. And
what was the date of it?
August 20th. Are you going to be around somewhere doing your rock and roll lifestyle, or are you going to be nearby maybe?
And if I am, I would totally make an extra day or two to come hang out.
Okay. Well, we would love to see you. It's Saturday, August 20th. That's 2 days before my birthday. It would be a great birthday present to have you come out there. Now, a little preview. And Jake, you can tell me how sensible you think this is, okay?
All right.
You know these signs that these municipalities will hang up, no drone zone? Right?
Yes, I see them frequently.
Right. And you know there's no law to back them up. It's just some city clerk that went down to Kinko's and had one made, right? Because they don't want drones there. We don't like drones, so here's a sign. So I went on Amazon and I bought a no drone zone metal sign. It's about this big. And I'm going to have some fun with it.
Nice.
I'm going to go to places where I know you can fly and get Lance approval and just put it up and fly right next to it and see what happens. Yay!
Do it.
I'm also going to bring it to all these meets. I'm going to bring it to Rotor Riot so we can all get pictures next to it. Yes. Hope I don't get beat up. All right. So there was something else I wanted. Oh. Okay. I got to share this video. And this is the viewer video of the week, by the way. And it's a little unusual. This is from one of our favorite Robs. This is
which favorite Rob?
Oh, the one that goes glurgandy flurgan.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, that one.
Gotcha.
That
favorite Rob.
That one, the glurgandy flurg one. Anyway, so he says, "Hey Ken, Theo and I both have the DJI POS. That's what it calls. And we love to go out and fly together in Haarlem in the Netherlands. Theo recorded us. I'm surprised that we haven't been taken away by health workers. We look like complete idiots. We can't stop laughing while watching this. I hope it makes TNL. Cheers. One of the Robs." So it's a viewer video of the week. Now, Jake, you know what FPV looks like, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're probably expecting to see is, some FPV footage, right?
Sure.
Well, this is FPV footage, but it's not the drone. It's just what the pilots look like when they're flying. That's the whole thing. It's freaking funny. And there's a little glurgdy flurg in there for you. So enjoy the viewer video of the week from one of the Robs. Now they're not putting on. Okay, they just happen to have the camera running and caught themselves. But you never know what your face is doing while you're flying FPV, and having fun. Right? When people walk by and you think you're looking all cool and everything, man, we're cool, we're flying FPV. When people walk by and they see that face, look at them. Do they look like they're having fun? Maybe not.
They look like they're having an experience,
right?
With special substances,
right? They look like they need to be in a straitjacket. They need some meds.
Nee. Die vlogen echt. Nou.
I didn't do that. He did their own subtitles. Funny glurgans, man. Look at that. He's frozen. No, when I'm flying FPV, my head always does what Theo's head is doing, like to the left. For some reason, I always end up.
113 tegen de wind in.
Is this crazy silly?
Oh man.
Do we all look this silly? He's not looking at him. He's not. He's facing him.
No, he's not. He's flying.
I just found that so funny.
Well done,
yes,
Rob. Well done.
Thank you, Rob Muller, for sending that in. That is just fantastic.
I gotta say, the times that I've done tiny whoop races, you're racing and you're going around this gym or whatever as fast as you possibly can to make time and stuff.
Right.
And my buddy and I, we'll be sitting there going, and we both know that we're doing this because you can feel gravity on your body, but you can't stop yourself from doing it.
Right.
And we're going around racing, and then finally it's like we're gonna, at one point, one of us is just gonna fall out of his chair because you can't not lean when you're racing around that fast. And yeah,
I can't keep myself from doing it. I can't keep myself from doing it. I always end up like this. For some reason, I'm like this. I don't know why.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know you're doing it, and you know you don't have to do it, but you still do it.
Yep.
And that's exactly like, you're going around a gymnasium pointed like this because you're ripping around it at 40, 50 miles an hour. And you're tipping over in your chair, but you can't stop yourself.
Do you know
because the whole world is sideways.
Yeah. Do you know what I think? And you tell me let me know in the chat if you think this is true. I think, because I've watched like Mr. Steele and the really good people fly, and I don't think they do that. I think doing all this is just part of your subconscious body wanting to help control what you can't with your hands, maybe. So the more experience you get, the less you care about moving your head around to help it. Is that true, or? Right. I've gotten a lot better in the last couple of years, and yet I still I land and I'm like, oh yeah.
So I mean, it is true, because as I've been doing more and more FPV stuff, when I first started, I couldn't stand up and fly. I would have fallen over. I mean, there's no way. So I had to sit down and fly. Now I can stand up and fly, no problem, if I need to. You definitely do, but there is a whole mind warp thing that happens when you.
So when you're out on a job with your big, huge octocopter and everything, and your red camera, and you're making $100 a second or whatever you charge, are you still over there looking like these guys? Like, are you doing that? Like, is the director looking at you going, "What's this? Why do we hire this guy?"
You probably would be.
Is he a little mental?
What's wrong with this dude?
What's wrong with this guy?
Did he smoke something right before we started this, or what?
Yeah. All right. So I see in the chat that people are trying to remind me that we have not yet seen the weekly Beauchart, and we must, because Mr. Beauchart put a lot of work into this one, and here it is. And we thank him very much, Jim Beauchart, ladies and gentlemen, the weekly Beauchart.
Hi, everybody. Uncle Extra Medium back again with another episode of the Weekly Beauchart. We got a busy show. Let's get into it. Yes. I just released a new fragrance. Nobody in the car seemed to appreciate it.
Ew.
The doctor gave me some cream for my skin rash. He said I was a sight for psoriasis. I visited my new friend in his apartment the other day. He told me to make myself at home, so I threw him out. I hate visitors. Okay. My boss said to me, "You're the worst train engineer ever. How many times have you disrailed this year?" I said, "I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track." And now here's the curveball. What's the difference between jelly and jam? You can't jelly 13 clowns into a tiny car.
Oh.
What, you were expecting something filthy? And now here's a quick one, because as usual, we are running out of time.
What?
It just dawned on me.
Oh, God.
I didn't tell a dirty joke. And on that note, bah and bye.
It just dawned on me.
It just dawned on him.
Wow. He really goes the extra mile, doesn't he?
He does. Yes.
Hats off to you, Mr. Beauchart. Hats off to you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Your hair is fantastic. Why do you wear a hat all the time? Your hair is great.
I'll get sunburned if I don't wear a hat.
Oh, right, the whole Alaska and sun and burn and thing, and being
yeah.
Aren't you a ginger under that?
No.
No. Okay.
As always, brown.
Okay. All right.
Well, I was. Yeah.
I got you. Now, before we go, I do have to remind everybody about our buddies at RemotePilot101.com.
Oh, yes.
Boop. There's a lot more people interested in this now that there's, remote ID and all kinds of regulation coming up. People are like, what do I do? What do I do? How the world of drones is changing. What do I do? Well, you arm yourself with information. That's what you do. You go to RemotePilot101.com. You look for that sexy god of aviation love called Jason Shepard. He's the guy with the two watches. He is your
dreamy blue eyes.
Dreamy. What was it? Oh yeah. And his smile can be seen for 2 statute miles. I gotta get t-shirts that say that. Rumor is that he's going to be at Minefield 3.0. So join us. But before you do, don't show up without being a member of RemotePilot101.com and getting the info that you need to get your Part 107 from the government. Because you know how the government is. They're all like, you can't fly, you can't make money. Not legally. Come on, don't try to get around it. We're the government. Give it the money. We're the government. By the way, Jake, have you gotten one of those reminder emails from Drone Zone that your drone registration is going to expire? Have you gotten one of those? Yeah. Yep. We need more $5 is. I thought that was forever, but I guess not. What is that, every year? Every 2 years?
Every 4 years, I think.
Oh, is it?
It's 2 or 4.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, get the knowledge. RemotePilot101.com. Use Heron18 to get 30% off, and that knocks it down to just around $100, and that is, unlike the FAA, that is forever. All right.
Well, I don't know. The FAA might be forever.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, true. So, now, if you haven't become a member, let's see how many members we got. Oh, we got like 2 or 3. All right. But they really should become a member tonight, because then you'll have access to the content that we filmed just before we went on. We talked about some important stuff, didn't we?
We did. We talked about some very deep and thoughtful things that really, answer the questions that need to be answered in life.
Mm-hmm. And so, if you want more of that, and you know you do, become a member. Now, is there anything else? Is there anything else I forgot? Oh, a lot of you have been sending me these screen grabs of people trying to scam you in my videos.
Oh, the comment thing, the whole WhatsApp,
the WhatsApp thing. Are you getting that too?
Oh, yes.
There's no really.
I've gone through and I've banned like winnings, with like everything I can imagine that those people put in the comments just to try and mitigate the.
Yeah, I stopped link sharing on that, unfortunately, and that hurt some people because I was letting people do links, and I wish you could just ban like usernames. You can't though, you can't just say, all right, WhatsApp, just no blanket. And I did reach out to YouTube through my special super YouTuber back channel, and they, well, when you're big time like me, you get special.
I might get there someday.
But you know what they said? They said, we're on it, and yet it continues. So
yeah,
but that's not against YouTube. That's just these clever devils getting by. But hey, what a great idea! Just remember this. Look for my check mark next to my name. That means that I'm the real me. That means I'm verified. So look for that verified check mark. Do you got one of those, Jake?
Not yet.
You don't? Okay, so let me go ahead and create my fake Jake account.
Yep, you do that.
Create my fake Jake. I'll just call it the fake Jake.
Make sure you get the right profile picture.
That's right, got that. The fake Jake. Hey, congratulations. You just won all of my gear. Contact me in WhatsApp. There you go. Done and done. All right. And I'll send all that information to China.
Perfect. Yep.
All right.
That's exactly what you do.
Did we cover everything? Has been oh man, this is over 2 hour show. Did we cover everything? We did that. Are we forgetting anything?
We did anything? We did the thing, right? Didn't we do the one?
We did we did that, and then was there the? I thought
we did that. We did that.
What about the thing that you?
What? Yeah, we covered that.
Well,
did we get your
I can do it again. Okay, now we're covered.
There we go.
I guess that's it. All right.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Oh my goodness, this is so much fun every week to do. I hope you're having as much fun watching it as I have doing it. Thank you very much for co-hosting. I think the ex-wife's on next week, Danielle, hopefully. Kelly Green will be back. And thanks to you and your super chats for helping Jeff Sills out with his exorbitant, pricely, and costly prescription stuff.
Yeah.
And thanks to cool dude Tucker Wooding out there just surfing up and droning up a storm. Thanks to everybody for the support. As always, more adventures to come. We'll see you next week. Until then, buh.
And bye.
The killer can process meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, pigeon jerky, a killer can process meat.
Yeah. That was so funny.
You'll enjoy Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron and Kelly, Jeff and Ashley too. There'll be fun and quizzes and Kelly's misses. The bird is the word in the news. It's the #1 live stream, it's got pizzazz. There's only one rule, don't fart in the rats. If you think it's funny, super chat some money, 'cause TNL is here for you. Yeah!